Is this Mr. Wood?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Woodburn Huckabee, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Oh, ready for Christmas.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I returned your call.
Okay, yes, sir. Well, I was calling you this morning initially because Jesse had sent me an email saying that I had violated confidentiality by telling Bridget that Jesse wanted to, Jesse sent me an email saying she wanted to cancel all her future appointments. So I was just wanting to touch base with you and kind of let you know, I guess at this point, I think it would be best if I did not do the family therapy sessions. If that's possible, I guess.
Here's the issue. Okay.
Okay.
If the judge ruled mom and daughter to have group therapeutic sessions, and the judge goes, if Mr. Wood wants to do it, great. I understand that some counselors are hesitant if they're doing one party to do the joint. So if Mr. Wood will do it, great. If Mr. Wood won't do it, then y'all need to come to an agreement of a counselor who will. If y'all can't come to an agreement, let me know and the court will make it. But he also stated on the record, I understand mom or daughter has stuff at 16, but I want these visits to trump everything else.
Okay.
So, when my client said she canceled it, I asked her why, and she goes, because we went to court in October and the judge said, I want these started immediately, and here it is 2.5 months later, and she's had 1.5 visits.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason she's had 1.5 visits is because the dad cancels the appointments, and then Bridget tells me, oh, I've already talked to David, and David thinks twice a month for an hour is plenty because that's taking too much time away from daughter's busy schedule. So I understand, I can see her frustration.
Sure. Well, and to be real, I'm a little frustrated with it myself, just in that, because to be real honest, Bridget's telling me one schedule or one idea of how often they should be. Obviously, now you're telling me another, what the judge said.
Well, no, I'm just telling you that.
Yeah, I understand. And to be real honest, so Jesse's telling me a whole nother number.
No, I'm telling you, the judge said, I want mom and daughter to have their visits, and I want them to start immediately.
Okay.
He didn't say, once a week or whatever. I took it as, hey, the judge was very adamant in his ruling. He wanted to rebuild this relationship, and he wanted y'all to have these visits. Bam, 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 bam. Let's get it done.
Okay.
So I told her after we went to court, I'm taking that as you set that up weekly. I don't care if you have to what you have to do, but if it takes 2 or 3 months at once a week to do it, great. Hopefully y'all can rebuild it. And then, she starts calling me and saying, well, they were canceled. They were canceled. He didn't show. He canceled it. He said she's too busy. And then I'm hearing from Bridget, oh, I talked to David Wood, and David Wood said, I think a once every other week is appropriate. And I'm sitting here going, all that's going to do is drag this out for 6 or 8 months. When honestly, it should have been done 4 years ago. It should never have gotten to this point. But I wasn't a part of the case prior to this point.
Well, and like I said, I have gotten very little information on how often they were to be seen, or how, or to trump, everything else. Those are bits of information.
The judge did not specifically say, I want them to have a visit once a week. The judge said, I want them to start their visits immediately, and I want Mr. Holcomb, you're the parent, And if I need to send an order to the school, these visits trump everything.
Okay. Alrighty.
And I understand. And he went further and said, and I understand, you know, she's 16-year-old, she has school functions, she has things she wants to do, but rebuilding a relationship with the mother is more important than all that. So, you know, that's why I'm like, all right, the judge made it very clear that he wants this relationship rebuilt. But it seems like everything from their side is she's too busy at school. It's not being productive if she has to do it weekly. So let's do it every other weekend or every other week. Oh, it's a telehealth, which means that they can't be in the same room together, you know. So it's pretty much the entire visits haven't happened. And then in the transcript, Bridget even says, I'll have an order to you this week. Well, I just got the order yesterday from 2.5 months ago. Now, of course, I think the order is bullshit, and I'm gonna have to take it. We're gonna have to go in front of the court, you know, to say, hey, Your Honor, this is not what you ordered. But all that's done over the past 2 months is further divide mom and daughter, which, you know, wasn't the intent of the reason the judge, you know, made it very clear that these therapeutic visits trump everything else. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah.
I'm sure my frustration level in this is way lower than everybody else's. I'm really kind of at the bottom of the total.
Well, to be honest with you, I could see that you're probably less than mine, but I don't think Bridget or her dad give a shit. Because all they're doing is dragging this out, and they're exactly where they want to be. They haven't seen her mom one time for an hour and I guess 15 minutes on another time in the past 2.5 months. So I don't think their frustration's anywhere.
Okay. Oh goodness. Well, I'm glad I'm glad I talked to you because it does make a lot more sense. I do, or Jesse's frustration makes a lot more sense now. I do think probably at this point, because I think Jesse's clearly very frustrated with me right now and with our office, and that we're not doing in-person sessions. And
well, here's the deal. I don't necessarily know if it's she's frustrated with you personally. I think she's frustrated with the whole situation. You know, the way Bridget and Mr. Holcomb are handling it. And she just feels like not only is she fighting them, but she's hearing from Mr. Holcomb, hey, we've talked to Mr. Wood, and Mr. Wood agrees with us. She only gets one weekend or one visit every other week. And she's like, he hasn't talked to me. He's just listened to everything they're saying and is going along with it. Now, that may not be the case, but that's her perception.
Sure.
So, but I do agree, based on, you know, everything that's happened, I don't know if, and of course I have no say because, you know, I'm not the clients, but I, from what I do know, what I have heard, I think there's a belief on her part that whatever Bridget says or Mr. Holcomb says goes. So she's not just fighting Mr. Holcomb, she's fighting everybody.
Sure,
Rather right or wrong, that's just the way I could see her feeling.
Sure. Well, and I think maybe at this point, because especially since I really don't know how long we're going to be doing telehealth, so if she can if you guys can agree on a family therapist,
well, that's just
doing in-person sessions, then that's probably going to be more beneficial for him anyway.
Yeah, and we sent a suggestion yesterday, and of course I got a response. Oh, that person saw Jessie. We don't agree with her. And Jesse's like, I met her for the first time today and asked her if she would do it. I've never had a counseling session with her in my life, but it was just the way they came out and responded was, hell no, we're not doing it. You're going to have to take us to court and have the court order it. Well, all that's going to do, based on the holidays, is, extend it out another couple of weeks. Another example of extend.
Mm-hmm.
And she's getting further and further frustrated.
Sure. Well, at this point, I mean, I'm willing to do what I can to help the family, but if they need to go somewhere else, I completely understand, and I guess whatever needs to happen. I'll do what I can, but I know she's pretty frustrated, and well, it's just a frustrating situation all the way around, it sounds like. So, like I said, I'm sure I'm near the bottom of all that, so. Hello?
I'm here, I'm listening to you.
Oh, sorry, thought I got cut off. So, well, anyway, I won't keep you any longer. I know you're a busy man, but I just wanted to touch base with you and I guess really get the other side of what's going on. So, but if there's anything else I can do, please let me know and I will do what I can, okay?
And I apologize that you're in the middle of this. It's just.
Oh, no. It happens. It's part of the job.
And I think, but I honestly, from what I do know and from my research, I believe that Mr. Holcomb has spent the last 2.5 years alienating Mom. Because in July of 2019, my time's getting through. The child told Mom, I want to go live with you.
Oh.
So Mom contacted Dad and said, hey, Haven wants to come live with me. Can we agree that Haven come live with me? And he goes, I'll talk to her when she gets home for the summer, which had been end of July, early August 2019. Since Haven has been back in the home, end of July, August, beginning of August 2019, my client has seen the child maybe 5 times.
Oh, wow.
So something happened when she got home.
Sure.
Oh. He changed her number and didn't tell her number for 3 months. He blocked Mom. And the dad has told Mom on multiple occasions, if you ever try to take my daughters from me, I will make sure they hate you. So we don't know what he said or what he did or anything. But the second the child said, I want to go with you, Mom told Dad. The second Dad got a hold of the daughter again, it's a totally different child.
Oh, whew, goodness.
And I'm sure they never told you that she told Mom, I want to go live with her.
I believe Jesse mentioned it one time. But
yeah,
it's never come from the other side, no. So.
And when I asked the child in the hearing, the child admitted, yes, I told my mom. And then she followed up with, when I got home, me and my dad talked and we determined it wasn't the best thing for me. So something happened in that conversation. Was the child threatened? Was the child? Nobody knows. But now we just know, whatever happened, that child is so anti-mom.
Yeah. Sure. It's a difficult situation. Real difficult.
And honestly, most people I know, if they were in Mom's shoes, they were like, all right, later, bye.
Mm-hmm.
If this is if you want to be, quote unquote, dead to me, then you're dead to me. And hopefully when you're 19 or 20, you realize what the hell did I did? You're gonna come back begging for a relationship, which I think will happen, or I hope happens.
Sure.
But
I can see that.
Jessie cares so much about her kids, she can't give up fighting for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because if she was to go the other route, and God forbid the child never came back around, then she gave up on her kids. And she'll have to live with the fact, I didn't fight for my kids.
Sure. Well.
And that's why we're here. All she's trying to do is fight for her kids. Fight for a relationship with the kids, and fight to find out what happened when she got home from spending the month with her saying, I want to live with you.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, yeah. Clearly a big change happened there. Something happened. I would agree with that. So.
And I'm thinking the dad pretty much said, made her feel like shit and either talked so bad about mom or whatever, that the next times they did visit with mom, the child was so pissed off to be there. We're at where we're here today.
Yeah.
You know, showing up late on a visit, and within 15 minutes, she's acting like a complete brat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, runs out the door, calls the cops, you know, saying they're being mean to me. I'm scared to be there. No, mom's trying to discipline you because she's still your damn mom.
Yeah, sure.
And she's rewarded by, oh, look, you know, I didn't want mom to discipline me, so now I don't have to go back. So I win.
Gosh.
But that's neither here nor there.
Sure.
But I would have to agree. I think it would probably, just to calm everybody's nerves and assurances, if that family counseling was done by a different counselor, because if my client doesn't have 100%, you know, for whatever reason, doesn't have 100%, you know, confidence in it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, she needs to feel completely comfortable with whoever she's talking to, and for it to be successful. So that is not a problem. But again, if there's anything else you need from me in the situation, please don't hesitate to call, and I'll do what I can.
I appreciate it.
All right. Well, you hope you and your family have a good Christmas, and we'll talk at another time.
All righty.
All right, thanks. Bye.